Yeah. You already know it's the Galactic one, Elanura. We back cracking spell. Shout out to all the Galactic Guardians, 720 degrees. Shout out to the whole UR by living in the universal right order. Shout out to the House of Consciousness, Connecticut chapter. This message being brought to you by K.O.R TV, Kingdom of Righteousness TV. The show is called Wake Up Sheeple. Y'all already know how I do. We about to jump right back into the demonstration. I shade all the great prophets, ancestors, aiders, messiahs, messengers who came before, creating this platform, making it available so we can be here today, giving you this message. I'll shade, jumping right into the demo. You know, we're going to talk about these demons. We're going to talk about these demons. You know, we all say we all got demons. You know what I'm saying? And all that. So on this galactic glorious day of Raharu, you know, what I like to deem as Sunday. I like to deem as Sunday. We talking about demons, and I'm about to give y'all a demo. You know. So on this demo, we're going to talk about, we all have demons. Is these demons demands? Are these the demands that we have? What I'm doing is cracking spells for people. As you can see, I'm not playing on words. I'm giving y'all the English language and showing you the amalgamation of it and breaking it down, word splicing, using phonetics and getting to the origin of it so we can understand what the fuck we even talking when we using words, when we say things. You feel what I'm saying? So let's jump right in. I ain't got time to play. You know what I mean? What is a demon? Because when we, you know, as humans, we do have a lot of demands. People have a lot of demands in life. Motherfuckers demand respect. Right? Motherfuckers demand respect. What is respect? You know, to look at me in a positive light over and over and over again, to keep repeating that shit over and over again, to keep seeing me in a positive light no matter what I do. I demand respect. You heard? So, is it to be earned or given? People have their perception of reality. That's why your perception of reality is important, because if you're looking at it from a finite standpoint of view, then a lot of times you can't even see that the demands that you may have may be a demon tendency in you. You dig? So let's break that down. So demon, on a certain academical, you know what I'm saying, level, I'm not making this up. This is what they saying the fucking word mean. Demon is an evil spirit, right? Or a devil, right? Possessed person, or a tormentor in hell. This is what they got in the dictionary, a tormentor in hell. So hell must be a place or a state of existence, because they deemed it as somebody in hell that torments motherfuckers. That's what a demon is. A demon is a devil. Where we see that word at in the biblical sense, we know that's supposed to be a character in the Bible. A demon is an evil spirit. What spirit? Spirit is your breath, holy breath. So motherfuckers got evil breath. You know, your breath stink. That shit evil. You heard? But anyway, a possessed person. So they're admitting that motherfuckers can become possessed, right? This is what they say on a certain level, right? So a demon is a forceful, fierce, or skillful performer in a specified activity. In a specified activity, a forceful, fearful, or skillful performer in a specified activity. So anybody that got a motherfucking skillful, fierceful, forceful, Michael Jordan ass nigga on the court is a demon on the court. He on demon time. Jordan was on demon time. You know what I'm saying? According to them, about what a demon is. When you hear the word phonetically, a demon, it's like a demon, a man. You still saying the mind, because man mean mind in Latin, right? Demon. Hey, man. It's like Jamaican-y. You feel me, man? You know, demon. You know? So understand, it means to lessen, coming from the Latin, right? In a sense. Demonium. Or some shit like that. That's how they say it. But it mean the lesser. Right? So understand, it's funny because the word fiend, remember I broke down fiend for y'all a while ago when I was talking about the Quakers. When they came to the land of the Americas, they told the people that they was their friend. They used the word friend. Now friend in its origin is Germanic. So it has a tie-in to fiend. Or you see that R right there was just placed in to make it friend. But the word friend actually in Old English comes from fiend, and fiend meant enemy. You know what I mean? It meant enemy. You know what I'm saying? So when you think about it from a sense, your friend is your enemy. Keep your enemies close. That's why they say that. Keep your friends and whatever that little saying that they say or whatever. But keep your enemies close. Your friends close and your enemies closer. Or whatever the fuck. Keep your enemies close and your friends. Whatever the fuck that saying is. But long story short, you can see why they say that saying. Why that shit is even irrelevant. Because the word fiend, it comes from an Old English word. That's an Old English word, and it really meant enemy. So your friend is an enemy and your friend is a fiend. Because a fiend is an evil spirit. Fiend in its origin, it means an evil spirit, a demon, a devil, a very evil or cruel person. A very evil or cruel person is a fucking demon. A fiend, should I say. You know? What's a fiend? A person who is excessively fond or addicted to something. It's funny because in Iceland, the word pookie means demon. I'm not making this shit up, man. The word pookie means demon in Iceland, and Pookie in New Jack City was a fiend who was addicted to crack, possessed by crack. I'm not making this up, bro. It may sound far-fetched and all of that, but that's how you know the power of words, the phonetics, just the sound. Sound created the motion that sparked the light. Motherfucker, sound is so important. It's vital. You know? So when we're using this acidic English amalgamated language, we got to be careful of all the shit that we invoke it. Because every time you speak, you invoke. You did? So you're demanding something when you speak, because it's the art of praying, the art of talking. You're praying. You're putting shit out in the atmosphere. You heard? So you're making demands and don't even know it. What's demands? You insist things. I insist. You feel me? A peremptory request. Made as if you're right. You asking motherfuckers to do shit authoritatively. Like you got the power. I got the power. Power. It's getting kind of hectic. You feel me? You want to do shit with authority. You dig? See? And this is why language is important. This is why tapping back into a beginning and having a source of things is important. Because most people that's Christian-minded, this is what we're going to get biblical at. Most people that's Christian-minded don't understand. They think that the Bible, Genesis, is the beginning of everything. That's the beginning and the birth of that specific thing that was happening on the planet. And the Bible proves all of that if you just looking at it with an allegorical and decisive eye. But if you just seeing it for mundane, finite comic book script, you're not even going to understand the fucking book. If you don't know language. Because you got to know language to know the book. That's how real this shit get. You got to know the languages. Which is based on a so-called Hebrew language. Right? And we know that Abraham wasn't Hebrew. He was called a Hebrew. That nigga was from Chaldea. He was from Ur. He was like fucking with the Sumerian shit, really. They were sun god worshippers. You see what I'm saying? Fire god worshippers, etc. So they had a language and all that. You feel me? He had a god he was calling on and all that. He didn't change his tone until he went and met a motherfucker named Melchizedek, who was actually from a place called Salem. He wasn't even from Hebrew. He wasn't a Hebrew person. Said from Hebrew, like Hebrew was a place. Hebrew means to cross over. Hebrew, there he go crossing the street. Who's that nigga Hebrewing? Crossing the street, nigga. Crossing over. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these rappers are Hebrews because they crossed over with their music. They was on some other shit. Speaking of, now they went to the whole pop shit and all of that. So, you know what I mean? Hip hop. That's what we call it today. Those niggas are motherfucking Hebrews, basically. They crossed over. Because that's what the word mean, really. It's not a religion. It's not a people. You dig? So does Arabic. Arabic than even the fucking people. That's to travel. Arabiya, vehicle, car, vessel, move around, move about. Come on, man, stop playing. The language is important, right? So to have these demands and you making things authoritative, like I said, and you coming at people thinking that this is the beginning and the origin of things and don't even know that the Bible basically is getting their shit from the Sumerians. And the Sumerians is getting it from the Egyptians. 1, 2, 3. Trickle effect. You know what I'm saying? Abraham wouldn't have got what he got until he met Melchizedek, who was the king of Salem, where you get Jerusalem from. This is where you get all of that shit from. Salam and Jeru is all the same shit. The fuck is you talking about? How you think they made it up? Right? So in the beginning just merely means a certain point, because when you read the Hebrew text of it, it's going to say better shit, better, inside of. Right? Reshit, Ray. That's who's at the beginning. That's a chief point, the head of. You know what I'm saying? Then you have Seth, or the six. The six is the Seth, really. The sixth personality in the Bible. Because six means Seth, really. You feel me? Because we talking about six personalities. Adam, Eve, the devil. Got to count the devil. His personality was in there. Right? Cain, Abel, and then Seth, who was replacing a son. Who was replacing another son. Right? Son, meaning Ben, or Benaiah, to build. Bara, mean reconstruct, to grow, to make. Y'all understand? The sixth personality would be Seth, who is actually Set, an ancient Kemetic story, who, killed his brother. And Seth is replacing a brother who was killed. Y'all can't see the connection where something was plagiarized and jacked, and it gets a trickle effect. It has an origin that they're taking it from. Y'all can't see all of that? It's plain Jane as day, right? And like I said, so in the beginning really mean they talking about Re. As we were saying, ancient Kemet, Re means your Ra, Greek. That's Greek. Ra is Greek. That's not Kemetic language. Re. Amen Re. You know what I'm saying? Remember, Amen was there in the beginning of everything. He watched the Elohims create what they create. And then the Elohims, you know what I'm saying? Then the Yahwehans came after the Elohims. In your Genesis 2 stories where your Yahwehans come at. Jehovah, Yahweh, like Jesus was. Yahshua, he was a Yahweh, incarnated God, not an incarnated Elohim like myself. I'm an incarnated Elohim. Big difference. You see? And so you could see in Revelations chapter 3, verse 14, where they mention the Amen being there. The Amen being present. Right? And then, so at that point, man wasn't praying to no gods. But then you have in Genesis chapter 4, verse 26, where the Hebrew beginning begins. This is where that story begins, where people started praying to a Yahweh. This is where Enos, Seth, son Enos, started calling on. Man began to call upon the name of the Lord. You see? That's where that come into play at. You feel me? So there was a time period where motherfuckers wasn't calling on the Lord. You heard? You heard it say it right here in the Bible. Not me. I'm not making that shit up. The Bible said that. That there was a time period when... So this is the beginning of that. This is the beginning of that. Of praying to a motherfucking Yahweh. When man did that. You heard? I'm just giving you the facts. You heard? So like I said, this is how you know Jesus was a Yahweh, but he also prayed to the Elohims, because he said, Eli, Eli, my God, why have thou forsaken me? You see what I'm saying? That's a proven fact. But like I said, Genesis 3 verse 14, these things I say unto Amen, or Amun, the faithful, the witness. Amun was there. You dig what I'm saying? when the Elohims created whatever they created. And at the end of your prayers, you say in Christianity, Amen. Muslims say, Ameen. What do the Judaic people say? Or the Jews say? Or the Hebrews say? Umam. So it's all the same phonetically. You know what I'm saying? It's all the same phonetically. You know what I mean? So, like I said, better shit is going to be the language aspect that I want people to study, you know what I'm saying, in the beginning, because that's a point in time of a reconstruction of somebody being replaced. You see what I'm saying? A replacing or a growing or a making of something. You feel what I'm saying? It's not the beginning of everything. So when you don't go back and tap into the source, you be lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? So having these demands, be careful for what you demand in life. Because that could be a demon aspect to you. Like I said, the word Pookie in Iceland mean demon. And demon, I told you, mean fiend. Because it's an evil spirit, an evil person. A fiend is an evil spirit, an evil person. We say fiends up become possessed. We be like, yo, we can't fuck. It ain't him, it's the crack. That shit got him fucked up. Don't we say shit like that? We saying it, but not really knowing it's real fucking talk. Like, we don't even know it. We do this all the time innately, because that's the ability we have. We use the words and don't understand why we using these words the way we saying them, how we saying them, and how it has a tie into certain things. You know what I'm saying? Spirit, and how it can affect you, because words carry spirits. So be careful what you demand. You know what I'm saying? Because that could be the inner demon in you, you know, an addiction that you have. Motherfuckers is addicted to living life. Niggas love life. Addicted to this shit. The demon in you. You demand to come back the next day. You know what I'm saying? So, overstand. Be careful how you thinking, how you acting, reevaluate, reconstruct better shit in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Make a new beginning. You know what I'm saying? For yourself as you begin to embark on your travels. Y'all travel in harmony on this galactic glorious day of Rahu. Peace.